Imagine this. You're alone in the Sierra Nevada. Your leg shattered. Your gear buried under snow. No phone, no food. Bears in the shadows. The wind cuts like knives. For 24 days, you fight death itself. This isn't fiction. This is the real story of Tiffany Slaton, the woman who refused to die in 2025. But as the blizzard raged, an even deadlier threat crept closer. Stay tuned.
Welcome to suspense, mystery, crime, horror, inspiration, survival. Phantom Archived. Subscribe.
April 2025. Tiffany Slaton, a 28-year-old from Georgia, pedals through the rugged trails of the Sierra Nevada, her heart racing with the thrill of adventure. A competitive archer and nutritionist, Tiffany's no stranger to the wild. Raised in Bermuda, she learned to forage edible plants and navigate by the stars, skills etched into her childhood like carvings on a tree. Her latest quest is a solo biking and backpacking trip across the western U.S., a test of endurance and freedom. She's headed to Mono Hot Springs, a remote gem in California's mountains, to camp and reconnect with nature before meeting a friend. With her bicycle, a tent, 2 sleeping bags, and a backpack stuffed with snacks, a lighter, a knife, and a GPS, she's ready for anything, or so she believes. On April 20th, a security camera near Huntington Lake captures her riding, her blonde ponytail bouncing, her eyes alight with determination. The Sierra's jagged peaks loom ahead, beautiful but brutal. As Tiffany ventures deeper, something sinister waits in the snow. The Sierra Nevada is a cathedral of pine and granite, its air sharp with the scent of frost. Tiffany glides through trails, her tires crunching over pine needles, the sun painting the peaks gold. At night, she camps under a dome of stars, her journal filled with dreams of the open road. "This is my sanctuary," she writes, her pen dancing in the flicker of her headlamp. She forages wild leeks and sorrel, her nutritionist's mind cataloging every edible plant. Her GPS pings Mono Hot Springs, 20 miles away, a beacon of civilization. But the Sierra is a trickster. Spring snows bury trails, temperatures plunge to 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and wildlife, black bears, mountain lions, prowl the shadows. Tiffany's alone, her phone signal a ghost, her GPS her only guide. She's a warrior, but the mountains are about to test her like never before. April 25, a storm brews over Kaiser Pass, dark clouds swallowing the sky. Tiffany's biking through knee-deep snow when an avalanche thunders down. She leaps off her bike, heart pounding, but the snow engulfs her gear. Tent, sleeping bags, most of her food, leaving her with just a knife, a lighter, and a half-empty backpack. She stumbles, her foot catching a rock. Her leg snaps, a tibia fracture, the pain like a white-hot blade. "No!" she screams, collapsing into the snow. Her knees dislocated too. With shaking hands, she pops it back, tears streaming, and splints her leg with sticks in a torn shirt. 5 911 calls fail. No signal. Her GPS points to a Starbucks, a cruel joke in the wilderness. Alone, injured, and starving, Tiffany faces a choice: move or die. But as dusk fell, glowing eyes watched from the trees. Tiffany crawls through the snow, her broken leg dragging like a dead weight, each inch a battle. Pain sears her bones, but she grips her knife, her arches focus razor sharp. Bear tracks crisscross the snow, fresh and massive. At night, rustling surrounds her camp, claws scraping nearby. "Stay back," she yells, her voice shaking, waving her lighter like a torch. Hunger bites harder than the cold. Her snacks, granola bars, dried fruit, run out by day 5. She forages manzanita berries, boiled snowmelt in a tin can, and brews pine needle tea. Her Bermuda survival skills a lifeline. "I know how to live off this land," she mutters, her breath frosting. She journals her fears, her hopes, her promise to her parents. "I'm coming home." The cabin she seeks is 20 miles away, through 12-foot drifts. As she limped forward, a low growl echoed behind her. What would you do? Crawling through snow with a broken leg, a bear stalking your every move? Would you freeze in fear, or fight for your life? Tell us in the comments and subscribe to Phantom Archived for more stories of raw survival. Days stretch into a blur of pain and cold. Tiffany's body weakens, her stomach a hollow ache. She's lost 20 pounds, her face gaunt, her eyes sunken. The Sierra's beauty turns cruel. Snow blinds her, winds howl like wolves. She spots a black bear, 300 pounds of muscle, sniffing her trail. She huddles behind a rock, heart hammering, until it lumbers away. "I'm still here," she whispers, defiance burning. Hallucinations creep in, her mother's voice calling, visions of a warm meal. She drinks from streams, the icy water her only fuel. Her GPS battery dies, but she follows its last heading, crawling over rocks, through pines, her leg throbbing. "Just one more step," she chants, her voice raw. On May 14th, she sees a cabin near Vermilion Valley Resort, its chimney a promise of safety. But as she staggered closer, a shadow moved inside. Tiffany collapses at the cabin door, her strength gone. It's unlocked, a hiker's refuge. She crawls inside, finding blankets, a stove, a can of beans. "Thank you," she sobs, lighting a fire. Hours later, the cabin's owner arrives, a grizzled local named Tom. "You're alive?" he gasps, seeing her skeletal frame. He calls 911 and a helicopter roars in, airlifting Tiffany to Fresno's Community Regional Medical Center. Doctors marvel at her survival. Her tibia's fractured, her body's starved, frostbite blackens her toes. "She's a fighter," the surgeon says. Tiffany's parents, alerted after her April 29th missing report, rush from Georgia. Their embrace in the hospital is a flood of tears. "You made it," her mother sobs. At a press conference, Tiffany, bandaged but fierce, shares her story. "I lived off leeks, snow, and grit. The world, from MSN to 9 News, calls her the miracle hiker. What would you feel seeing your family after 24 days of thinking you'd die? What keeps you holding on in your darkest moment? Share your story in the comments and hit subscribe to Phantom Archived for more tales of human triumph. Tiffany's recovery is a battle. Surgery pins her leg. Physical therapy rebuilds her muscle. Nightmares haunt her. Avalanches, bear claws, endless snow. "I saw death," she tells a therapist, her voice trembling. But Tiffany's spirit is iron. She returns to Georgia, her archery bow in hand, her aim steadier than ever. Her journal becomes Lost in the Sierra, a book that climbs bestseller lists, inspiring hikers worldwide. "I survived for my family, for myself," she says at a book signing, her eyes bright. Her scars are badges, her story a legend alongside Aaron Ralston's Canyon Ordeal or Julian Kopka's jungle survival. The Sierra tried to break her, but Tiffany emerged unbreakable. As she healed, though, a new challenge loomed. The Sierra Nevada is a crucible of nature's beauty and terror. Its peaks, like Kaiser Pass, see spring blizzards that bury trails and trap hikers. Black bears, mountain lions, and avalanches make it a deadly playground. Tiffany's 24-day survival is rare, but not unique. In 2010, Kathy Coase survived 9 days in the Sierra, frostbitten but alive. In 1971, Julian Kopka endured the Amazon after a plane crash. Tiffany's foraging, learned in Bermuda, and her archer's discipline were key. Fresno County Sheriff's reports note 2025's brutal winter, 13 storms during Tiffany's ordeal, made her survival near impossible. Adventure and Yahoo hail her as a modern survival icon, a warning to carry beacons and respect the wild. The Sierra is a teacher, and Tiffany learned its hardest lessons. Tiffany rebuilds her life, fiercer than ever. She speaks at outdoor expos, urging hikers to pack emergency beacons, learn edible plants, and never hike alone. She returns to the Sierra in 2026, not to conquer, but to honor it, hiking with friends, her leg strong. "The mountains made me," she tells a documentary crew, her voice bold. Her book sparks a film, her story inspiring women and adventure sports. Tiffany takes up coaching, teaching archery to kids, Her survival tale a lesson in resilience. "You're stronger than you know," she tells them, her smile radiant. Her miracle isn't just surviving, it's thriving, a beacon in the wild. Tiffany Slaton was lost for 24 days, her leg broken, her body starved, bears at her heels. She should have perished. Instead, she survived, a miracle etched in Sierra snow. Her story is a fire. No matter how fierce the wild, the human spirit can burn brighter. What would you do facing a canyon's wrath alone? Would you find the strength to endure? If Tiffany's miracle moved you, hit like, share with a friend, and subscribe to never miss a story. We're here to tell the tales that matter, stories of courage, survival, and hope. See you in the next one.